welcome back to my channel. I thought that I would do a little reading vlog today. I just arrived at the beach. My husband is out in the ocean surfing and I brought a couple books with me, so I thought I would spend the day reading while he is surfing. The two books I brought today with me are Waking the Dead by John Eldredge. I have been reading that now for a little while and I should pick up the pace and complete that soon, so maybe I should prioritize that one. But I also brought Attached at the Hip by Riccio, and that is a library book that I recently checked out. I have not started it yet, and I'm very excited to begin that one. So we will see what I can read while my husband is surfing and go from there. So come along with me on this beautiful Saturday and let's see what we can read. So like I said, the two books that I have are Waking the Dead and Attached at the Hip. Waking the Dead is a Christian nonfiction book about restoring our heart and following it. And supposedly Attached at the Hip is a combination of The Survivor and The Bachelor. So I am excited to read Attached at the Hip. I've read Riccio's other two novels, Again But Better and Better Together, and those were fun. So I'm sure that this one's going to be enjoyable as well. Of a walk, so I am going to start reading. I decided I will go with Attached at the Hip for now, but before I do that, I want to show you the beautiful little earth treasures I found on the beach. So lots of sea glass today, which look at those colors. That's absolutely gorgeous. I wasn't able to find a full sand dollar, so that's a bummer. And honestly, upon further inspection, it looks like this one here, this light green one, could probably use a little bit more time amongst the waves. Yeah, it's not as smooth as the rest, but look at how absolutely stunning this one is. It's like a citrine. I have never found a piece of sea glass that color before. So, love my little earth treasures here. But now time for some reading. I'm going to try to do a little reading sprint to see how much I can get done. I'll probably read a little bit in the car and then find somewhere else to read because it is stifling hot in here and I don't want to suffocate. So there's that. All right, let's get reading. So my husband just got done surfing. He decided to have a shorter session today, so I was only able to read about 10 pages. I am liking the book so far. We have our two main girls so far, Lark and Ori. They run a combined social media account and they post content on acrobatic yoga. And right now they are in a little bit of an argument over who does more work. So sounds like a classic sibling relationship and sibling argument. I am going to put my bookmark there and pause, but I'm looking forward to continuing on with this book as I am liking it so far. So a little reading update. I was able to get to page 30 in Attached at the Hip. I am loving this book so far. Again, only 30 pages in, but it's already shaping up to be an enjoyable read. I have read Christine Riccio's other 2 novels, and so far I could see that her writing has changed a little. It's improved, and that's just wonderful to see growth in an author. So far we have Ori as our lead girl, and Ori is a content creator with her sister Lark. They run an acrobatic yoga Instagram, and they're doing really well. They have a great following there. One day after a shoot, Lark confronts Ori, calling her out on not being able to make decisions and not following the life that she wants to lead. Ori is completely caught off guard, very confused and hurt by her sister. She runs up to her room, has herself a cry, and ends up doom scrolling on Instagram, where she sees a post from Survivor for casting. On a whim, she submits an audition tape. So there the story unfolds. Right now I'm at the part where Ori is in the hot seat, giving her introduction to the producers, and they are recording it. I am loving the tone so far of this book. Ori's character is very funny. She kind of just says every single thing that comes to mind, which is hilarious because she's oversharing at this point, but it does make for great dialogue. So I'm excited to see where this story goes. I'm hoping I get to read a little more today. It's a little while later and I am ready to do another reading sprint of Attached at the Hip. Alright, so for a 50-page check-in, if you could feel cringe through pages. That's exactly what this book is giving right now, but cringe in a very cute, adorable way, not in a bad way at all. Basically, Ori is marooned on this island and she thinks that she's been casted in the Survivor, only to find out she's been casted in a Survivor spin-off. And this spin-off is a combination of a dating show and Survivor. She is flabbergasted, and it is very, very clear. The banter, the dialogue, it is spot on right now. So for the first challenge, she is blindfolded, and when she takes the blindfold off her eyes and is able to situate herself, she realizes that she is attached to somebody, hence the name of the book, Attached at the Hip. So the show that they're on is called Attached at the Hip, and essentially every couple is attached for a few days. They have to complete a couple challenges together, and then towards the end of the week, somebody is voted off. So just like Survivor in that way. When Ori sees who she's attached to, she has a flashback to high school, and it happens to be a boy that she had a crush on back then. She looks at him, she says, I went to high school with somebody who looked like you, and he says, Ori, we went to high school together. So there begins the fantastic back and forth banter. Like I said, I am enjoying it so far. I don't want to give too much away. I feel like that is going to be the best synopsis I can give right now without spoiling anything, so I will continue to read, and hopefully I'll do another check-in when I get around page 100. So I'm just going to continue reading for now and see where the story goes. Honestly, these jokes are fantastic. They're quick and witty and clever, and they're constant, and I love it. just got done with church. It was a fantastic message today. It was all about brave communication, with the main verse being, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another, Proverbs 27:17. Thought I would check in, being that I haven't come on here all day. Today was fantastic. My husband and I started it off at church, where we received a message on communication. So definitely a message that is worthwhile and something we can probably all learn a little bit about. The title of the message was called Brave Communication, and the main scripture was, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another, Proverbs 27:17. And what I got out of it was, we can be better about receiving what others say to us, and we can also try harder at communicating our thoughts and feelings to others. So just as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. We can work together to be better communicators. It doesn't have to be all one-sided. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm right and you're wrong. It really is an art form, communication, and it does take both parties to master it, to perfect it, and to just be competent in it, honestly. A message I would go back and listen to again. Right now, we are just trying out this church. We've been there a few times, but we are liking it. So probably a church we will attend again. So we started the day with church. We then did a Costco run. We were in and out, decided to chill for a little while, then walked down to the beach. I walked, my husband skateboarded, and I followed slowly behind. But we did end up at the beach. It was absolutely gorgeous today. It finally warmed up in Southern California. So coming from New Jersey, I shouldn't be complaining because it's probably still chilly over there, but when I moved to Southern California, I thought that it was honestly hot all the time, and I was wrong. Yesterday and today have been absolutely perfect, a true gift from God, so I am grateful. And really, it's just been an awesome weekend all in all. I wasn't able to do much reading today. I started the morning after reading the Bible. I probably read maybe 10 to 15 pages here, and then before dinner, maybe another 10 to 15 pages. I'm hoping to get more reading done tonight, now that I can actually sit down and relax. I am still liking this book, Attached at the Hip. However, I'm a little annoyed by the conversations between our lead girl, Ori, and the love interest, Remy. I know last night when I did a check-in, I was saying I love the banter, I love the jokes, and I do love banter, and the jokes are funny, but at this point, I am, let's see, like close to 80 pages in. I feel like we need a break from the banter and jokes. You know what I mean? We kind of just, I'm looking for a little more depth and heartfelt, meaningful conversations. And I would like them to pause on the awkward conversation. And yeah, I would like them to pause on the awkward conversation and just get a little deeper. Again, I'm not that far in, and I am liking it. I hope that Ori can take a deep breath and calm down, because the insecurity, the constant giddiness, and really just the overall awkward encounters are getting to be a little much for me. Nothing bad necessarily. This is just like a taste, a preference of mine. But again, I like it. I'm going to continue on. It kind of matches my pink little, look at that. It says good times on my shirt. The book is pink. I am pink. It's perfect. I am going to hopefully get another 50 or so pages read tonight. And hopefully by the end of this week, I can say that I have completed it. I need to complete a book soon because it is currently April 6th. So basically a week in, and I haven't finished a book, which I'm not happy about that because I'm coming off of a wonderful reading month. March was fantastic. If you didn't watch my March wrap up, go ahead and watch it. But I finished so many books in the month of March, and I was so happy and so hopeful that I could continue on that track. As of right now, we are a week into April, and I have not finished a book, but that doesn't mean I can't pick up the pace and get the job done. I still have plenty of time left. I think I'm going to close off this little vlog, this little reading vlog here, so I can actually sit down and make myself read without any distractions whatsoever. If you are still watching, thank you. I hope you had a wonderful weekend or a wonderful day, whenever it is that you are watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.